Have you ever noticed how a woman changes after being broken by a narcissistic man? She's not the same, and she never will be. When a loyal woman loves, she gives everything her time, her heart, her trust. But when she is betrayed, manipulated, and discarded, she does not just move on as if nothing happened. Something inside her changes forever, which the narcissist never expects. He assumes she will stay the same, always waiting, always forgiving. But that is where he is wrong, because once a loyal woman gets hurt enough, she becomes someone he never imagined she could be. Let's talk about it in today's episode. I am Danish, a narcissistic abuse recovery professional. The topic is how once a narcissist hurts a loyal woman, she is never the same. There is something about a loyal woman that a narcissist never truly understands. He takes her loyalty for granted, thinking, oh, she will always be there no matter how many times I hurt her. But what he does not realize is that once she is broken, she never stays the same. And once she wakes up for real, she's gone forever. There is always that one moment, that one final betrayal, that straw that breaks the spell. One day she just says, no, I'm not going to handle this anymore. I'm not going to take this anymore. I was not meant to erase my identity for someone to whom my presence doesn't even matter. It is the moment she realizes she has been fighting for someone who would never fight for her. It flips a switch inside her. And that is when the narcissist loses her completely. You see, a loyal woman does not leave impulsively. She does not walk away in the heat of the moment. Unlike a narcissist, she leaves in a way that is terrifying. She leaves mentally first. Her heart detaches, her mind clears. And when she finally walks away, it's not out of anger, it is out of clarity. Nothing is more dangerous to a narcissist than a woman who sees him clearly inside out. Because once she sees him for who he really is, she's not coming back. A day comes when she realizes that her presence is not appreciated and her worth has been completely diminished. Before that, she keeps going back to the narcissist over and over again, 7, 8, 10 times until there is no going back. She keeps returning until she realizes there is no hope left. She breaks away from the narcissist emotionally before breaking away mentally. She becomes the silent wife before leaving. She transforms into the narcissist's ideal partner, mother in this case, before walking away. She stops complaining, she stops defending herself, and she stops reacting to his abuse. And that narcissist, foolish as he is, thinks she is stepping into submission. But that's not the case. That silence is her final cry before she leaves for good. That is the narcissist's worst nightmare, one he never recovers from because he never saw it coming. Her exit is so brutal to him that it shatters the narcissist's ego into a million pieces. Look, the narcissist's entire game revolves around controlling the narrative, doesn't it? But once she breaks free from his spell and starts seeing things from her own perspective, he loses all his power. Here is what narcissists do not expect. When a loyal woman is betrayed, she doesn't just walk away from him. She walks away from the version of herself that tolerated his abuse. She stops being the woman who ignored the red flags because of that gaslighting. She stops being the woman who made excuses and had to justify bad behavior. She stops being the woman who thought love meant enduring pain. And she becomes what's called a dark empath, one who haunts the narcissist in his dreams. Not in a toxic way, of course not, but in a way that ensures no one will ever take advantage of her ever again. She starts prioritizing herself, her peace. She stops explaining herself. She stops bending over backward for people who would not lift a finger for her. She raises her standards so high that the people who once had free access to her can't even reach her anymore. This is when the narcissist's whole self starts crumbling, as he does not know what to do at this point. Because he never thought she would change this way. He never thought she would stop caring. He never thought she would outgrow him. But she does. And when she does, she becomes totally untouchable. And that part is what that narcissist never prepared for. He expected her to cry, to beg, to keep chasing the illusion he fed her. But he never expected her to rise, to become someone even she did not know she could be. Because when a loyal woman, a loyal wife, a loyal daughter breaks free, she leaves behind the version of herself that kept settling for less. She stops believing the hopeless hope he kept giving her. She stops romanticizing potential. She stops giving endless chances to someone who only ever saw her as an option. That is the shift that terrifies the narcissist, but they won't talk about it because now she's no longer reacting. She's no longer playing the game or fighting to prove her worth to somebody who was never worthy of her in the first place. He is left grasping at the air, wondering where his power went. It's a free fall. Because for that narcissist, it's not just losing his wife or daughter. He lost control, validation, the major source of his supply, his admiration, the thing that kept his fragile ego intact. So when she leaves, she takes away the stability and he begins to unravel, which is why he tries to bait her back to destroy her. He tries to play the same tricks again and again, hoping she will fall for them just one more time. But she does not. She won't. Because the woman who once tolerated the narcissist no longer exists. And the best part, she does not hate him. She feels completely indifferent. She does not feel any need to take revenge or to get closure. She does not need anything from him anymore. She is not bitter. She is better. And that is what destroys him. While he stays trapped in his own dysfunction, she moves forward. She rebuilds. She recreates. She shines in a way he never imagined possible. The final blow is she becomes everything he pretended to be. Strong, confident, self-assured, and truly free. Not because of him, but despite him. And that is something he can never undo. So if you have ever been broken by a narcissist, just know you won't stay broken forever. You will rise, you will heal, and one day you will look back and realize losing you was the worst thing that ever happened to him. But for you, it had a completely different meaning. It was the best thing that ever happened because it set you free. Let me know in the comments if you agree with what I said and what your experience has been as a loyal woman. With that, let's bring this episode to an end. Thank you so much for listening. I will talk to you in the next one. Until then, as always, let the healing begin and continue.